What up? What up? What up? Hello, hello. Give me a second. Give me a second. Un momento, por favor. Let me hit this 30-second countdown real quick while I retweet this on Twitter. Gonna try to put my phone on a little twofer thing. Hello, hello, everybody. What's up with y'all? I'm about to get ready. Hold on. All right, all right. What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another lunch chat episode of the Dirty Birthdays Report. I am here. I think Marcus is going to be joining me today. Y'all don't leave though. Don't leave just because Marcus is joining. All right, don't leave. Okay. Oh, there's a lot that happened today, y'all. Let's see. Don't wait for Marcus to come on and talk about that. I'll just get his little information. We had a lot happening today. Let's get the stuff out the way. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're on Twitter, go to our description box, hit the YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like the video as well. Subscribe, like, follow us. If you're on YouTube, go to our whatever the fuck it's called. If you're on YouTube, follow us on Twitter at DBNR Report. All right. I'm eating a buffalo chicken wrap. I hope y'all's day and week has been good since the last time we talked. What the fuck was that? Oh. See here? Okay. Add the stage. Marcus is here. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, hell no. Hold on. Let me disconnect this from my car because people be nosy. All right. Hold on. Sniffles, you there? You muted. You might be muted. I can't see. Shit. Let me expand this. I was trying to do a little twofer thingy, but we're just gonna do this big. There we go. Okay. All right. So yes, make sure you subscribe to the KTSEF Marcus Sniffles channel as well, and go to my foodie / vacation channel. It's called Lethal Eats. I guess Marcus is having problems, but he'll be back. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend, all that. And it's having a pretty good day so far. We're gonna jump right into this. So, an article came out on ESPN talking about hold on, Marcus is back. Sorry, y'all. Little technical difficulties trying to get him in here. Art Dallas Harris, Marcus. So we're gonna talk today about the Arthur Blank, the article by ESPN regarding Arthur Blank and Robert Kraft telling him to not trust Bill Belichick. The schedule, of course. Juju Smith's ding dong. I don't know why he did that. and how Kyle wants to be the focal point, and then we'll get into some draft stuff. I'm kind of doing a little delay to see if Marcus is gonna be able to get on here before I get started, so y'all bear with me. I mean, he's here. Y'all can see him. Oh, there's some technical shit going on, and he's on. So we can get started, and we'll just get his comments whenever he can actually fully get in here. Yeah, I hope y'all can hear me, and y'all aren't just on here. Can someone comment from Twitter or something that y'all can actually hear me? He said he couldn't hear anything, so I hope y'all can hear me, and y'all just aren't in here
All right, I can
listening
hear
to
you now.
data. Okay, cool. I was about to be like, oh shit, because I took it off my Bluetooth because I didn't realize it's connected to the damn car.
Yeah, I don't know
All
what
right.
was going on. I might try it again to see if not, I'll just have to go without it. But
Hey, cool. Everybody, Marcus is here. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. So, anyways, I don't know if you saw the article, Marcus, but shut up, King Quest. So the article came out on ESPN, basically saying that Arthur Blank was warned by Robert Kraft to not trust Bill Belichick. They said that Arthur Blank talked to Robert Kraft and Robert Kraft's son Jonathan about Bill Belichick, and they said Bill was completely blindsided by it, that he thought he was going to be the one to get hired and everything, and so he had no idea. And apparently, Robert Kraft allegedly, I don't got no money for the rich people to sue me. Um, Robert Kraft allegedly said Bill was extremely difficult, stubborn and very, very, very arrogant. So,
that's some hating ass shit right there. Not gonna lie,
dog,
that's super haterific, and like some of that stuff I get. Like I think we all can agree from the outside looking in that Bill Belichick is probably hard to work with, like just based on how the last 20 years have gone in New England. Like we all could have probably gathered that information, but to just be like, yeah, you can't trust him, like to really just shit on him like that, to be like, he's not a guy that you'd want to work with or something like that. Like I don't see what the Crafts gain from that outside of just embarrassing Bill Belichick. But like, God damn. Like I hate the Patriots as much as the next person, but that was some hater ass shit, man. That's such and I I guess coming from a hater, I don't really mind it, but geez, that's some hater. That's some haterific behavior.
bruh, like, I was like, okay, I can see Bill being difficult to work with. I can see him being extremely arrogant. And I can see him being stubborn. I mean, he's an old white man. What else do you expect from most of them? Okay. But also, you worked with this man for years. You won multiple championships with Super Bowls with this man. So I said championships. I'm thinking about March Madness still. You won multiple Super Bowls with this man. You never complained before, but now that he wants to pursue other opportunities, you're like, nah, I'm gonna block all that. All that's about to get blocked. I'm about to call everybody and be like, don't hire him. Fuck him. He can go to hell. He doesn't deserve another coaching job. If he's not gonna be my head coach, he's gonna be nobody's head coach. Like,
Uh,
come on, dog.
I mean, why is I don't know. It kind of seems like he's like switching sides a little bit because he did side with Bill Belichick when it came to Tom Brady. No, you know what? No, Kraft be switching sides because Bill Belichick wanted Jimmy Garoppolo, and
Mm-hmm.
then Tom Brady was like, "No, get Jimmy out of here. I don't want him on my roster because I don't, what I'm saying, I'm Tom Brady. I can still play." And Robert Kraft sided with Tom Brady and got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, and then Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of Tom Brady, and Robert Kraft signed off on it and got rid of Tom Brady. Like he's just switching sides now. Now it's Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl outside of New England, and now Robert Kraft is mad at Bill Belichick. Well, dog, you need to pick a side and stand on it, dog. You've been side switching the entire time, and it's like, what what do you gain out of this? You know what I'm saying? It would be one thing if Bill Belichick was like going to the Dolphins or going to the Jets or going to the Bills, like a team inside your division, or even staying inside of the AFC. But he's going to an entirely different conference against a team you only have to play once every 4 years, a team you don't really have a rivalry with. Like, why are we stepping in front of that? And if I'm a Falcons fan and I wanted Bill Belichick, like you can make an argument for wanting Bill Belichick, but
Mm-hmm.
if I'm a Falcons fan and another owner of my team is able to convince the owner of my team not to do something, like, can you make your own decisions? Like, or do you just go by what everybody else says? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yes, I'm sure Robert Kraft and Arthur Blank are close and friendly, but who's to say that Robert Kraft isn't lying or exaggerating to be like, nah, I don't want Bill Belichick to go over there because he can win with that team. Like he couldn't win with my team because my team was trash, but he could win in Atlanta. He could win with the Falcons. So I'm going to make it so the Falcons don't hire him and that they don't win. So it's like I said, if I'm an owner, if I'm a fan of the team, you're telling me that another owner convinced my owner not to do something? Like what? No, like if Arthur Blank had his heart set on hiring Bill Belichick, then there should have been no outside noise that should change that. You know, like if
Right.
maybe if like Raheem Morris was like, oh, not Raheem Morris because he obviously wouldn't have been hired, but like if Fontenot, if Terry Fontenot was just like, you know what, I don't know if we can mesh together. He's a little bit older, I'm a little bit younger. We have different philosophies. Then yeah, I could understand Arthur Blank being like, nah, listen, we're not gonna do it. But Doug, you if this goes wrong and Bill Belichick goes somewhere else and has success with maybe a lesser team, Arthur or Robert Kraft ain't gonna be able to save you when the fan base starts getting upset with you. Like you got to answer to your fan base. Who do you work
Mhm.
for at this point?
Yeah. But the article does say, so we don't know how everyone was saying that he was like number one. Bill Belichick was number one before we ended up hiring Raheem. However, according to this article, who knows how true the story and the timeline is because, you could tell a reporter anything. But according to the article, Raheem was the top unanimous choice. And the top three choices were Raheem, Mike McDonald, and Bobby Slowick. I hope I said his last name right. So they don't even mention Bill Belichick being in the top three. Who knows if that's like actually true? Because again, you could tell a reporter anything, so they could just write the story that you want them to write. Who knows if Bill was in the top three hires or not? But they said Raheem was number one, the unanimous first choice, because he knew the history and basically he was a personality hire. Y'all can read the article for yourselves. It's on ESPN.com just throughout today. Everybody's retweeting it, including us. But that's what they said.
Yeah,
He knew
I
us
think it's
best.
I do think it's a bad look. I think it's a bad look for an owner to be that fickle with his decision making. And like you said, if Bill Belichick was in the top three and that was the deciding factor, and if he wasn't number one, cool. But I just don't really I don't like the fact that there's so much outside influence in the decisions that are made for that team. Like that doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just weird because before Raheem got hired, it was Bill Belichick. He's the one. He's the one that's going to be hired. He's the one that's going to be hired.
He had
And then
two
he didn't get
interviews.
hired.
He got interviewed twice before Raheem got interviewed once.
Yeah. And so it's like, okay, he's it. But then now this article comes out and it's like he wasn't even in the top three.
Yeah, that's cap.
Like, so what's
That's
the
cap.
truth?
That's cap. You don't interview a candidate twice and be like, oh, they were never in the top three. Like, nah, that's cap. That's a lie. That they're straight up lying, trying to save face. Like your owner got talked out of a decision that he wanted to make by another owner. because Arthur Blank, like he wants to win so bad. Like he wants to win so bad that he'll do anything that another winning owner says to do essentially. Like he probably will listen to Arthur, or he'll listen to Robert Kraft, he'll probably listen to the Chiefs owner. Like he'll probably listen to all those guys that have won something and use that as an excuse. Like, some I mean it's fine to take advice from people that have done things that you haven't done and people that have been successful, but at some point you got to forge your own path. Like you can't just copy and paste what everybody else has done. It doesn't work like that.
Agreed, agreed. I took a bite of my little chicken wrap. But y'all know what the fuck this is. I'm on my lunch break, goddamn. I gotta eat. Okay. So yeah. Y'all let us know what y'all think about the situation. Do y'all think it's true, first of all, that Bill Belichick was not in our top three? And we also think Raheem was a unanimous first choice for everybody to hire overall. Now, don't fucking get me wrong. I love the Raheem hire, and I did not want Bill Belichick. It's just the history and the timeline over the last couple of months is now very interesting and questionable. And like Marcus said, if another owner can influence you to not hire someone, then what the fuck is going on?
Well, like I said, my thing is I'd rather win or lose based on my own decisions, I guess. And I'll
Yeah,
give you kind of an example. So my oldest kid got he got in trouble at school
he
because
ain't do it. He ain't do it. Not guilty.
but like he got in trouble because he was doing something that another kid told him to do. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking to him like after school. We found out what happened. We talked to him. We were like, "Hey, you did the wrong thing, and you know who's not here to help you while like you're losing privileges. You can't watch TV, whatever, whatever. But your friend, the friend that told you to do these things, he's at home, watching TV, playing video games, while you're sitting at home in trouble. So and it's like don't get in trouble based on what someone else told you to do. Don't win or lose based on someone else's decision. Like I was talking to my wife about this. It's like I would have rather him got in trouble because of something that he wanted to do. And that
Right.
doesn't that it sounds bad, but like I would rather him get in trouble for making a decision on his own to do the wrong thing as opposed to someone else convinced you to do the wrong thing.
Oh yeah,
Like
and you already
like I
know.
don't get if you're gonna do something stupid because you're stupid, not because another stupid person peer pressured you into doing something stupid. Like, come on, like
Right. Cause look,
stand on
you
your
you
own.
are, bro. You already know. If anyone has kids or anyone who has future kids out there, y'all need to learn from what Marcus is saying right now. Because remember that article, that video that came out of them white boys on a boat convincing that little black boy to jump in the water full of sharks that he did. He's dead. They convinced that boy, he was like, I don't know, 18, 19, something like that, young, to jump his ass in the infested water full of sharks. Now he's dead. All because they convinced him to do it. Y'all got to teach y'all kids, don't let nobody else make you do some stupid shit because you can end up like that stupid boy who jumped in the infested shark water.
Yep. It's like,
That's not,
if if
just,
you if you if your friends jumped off of a bridge, are you gonna do it too? Like, don't no. I'd rather I'd rather my kid be the one to just jump off the bridge on his own, and then everybody else follows him.
right. But anyways, off of churns. Well, no, actually, this is actually a good thing, a good segue into children because I want to talk about this real quick. The Deion Sanders sons. Oh my God, it's Big Low Country. What in the world, Bo? How you doing? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. I'm sure y'all are already subscribed to Big Low Country Sports. If not, y'all asses need to go subscribe. Okay, that's my guy. Tell the wife I said hi. That rhymed. So, what was I saying? Oh, Deion Sanders boys are on Instagram and they're telling other kids that want to transfer to DM them if they want to transfer to Colorado. I've never heard of that being a thing. I know that NIL and everything is making things very different, but I've never heard of someone having their players, even though they are the coach's son, but DM them. Like, what's going on? What is this new recruiting technique? Is this even legal?
I would say it's just it's using the tools that you have. Like there's now before you couldn't recruit kids via DMs and Twitter and Instagram. Now you can. So it's like, hey, if I'm sure Dion as the head coach is probably really busy. The scouts are really busy. It is the off season, so they're out there probably looking for talent, looking for players, trying to get kids in the transfer portal. And if my star quarterback is able to recruit players via his DMs, and that's one more advantage that we have over, the Florida States or the Georgias or the Clemsons, all these other schools. If that's what it takes to get these players over here, do it. I don't know if it's legal or not, but like whatever. YOLO. You know what I'm saying? Like we're able to pay these kids. I can tell them like, hey, I can get you in the Aflac commercials. I can get you to meet my dad. My dad's Deion Sanders. You can ride in the Lambo, like all this stuff. Like I can sell you the world, whatever it takes to get you to Colorado. That's what these guys are gonna do, and I respect it, man. The game is different now, and you got to be able to play the game as it is now. Like it's a new era, there's new advantages, disadvantages, and you kind of see a lot of the older coaches are kind of being like, nah, I can't succeed in this world. I can't recruit the way I want to. Like things are the playing field is a little bit uneven because I'm a bit older. I haven't had my I don't have a foothold in this area where with social media. Like Deion Sanders is big on social media. He's a brand. He knows what it takes to get the young people excited, and a lot of the older coaches can't.
What? Okay, so Big Low Country said that Colorado hit up his little cousin about playing for them, and it was just super casual. Man, so they aren't even like trying to convince, like do the whole pomp and circumstance anymore. They just like, hey, what up? Come play for us. Bam.
I mean, if
Like
it
I
if it
know it's
works.
Deion Sanders. I know it's the Deion Sanders prime time. But like, bruh, you ain't even gonna take me to the strip club. Like, you ain't gonna be like, oh, look at this nice Lamborghini that we could get you. Like, you just gonna be like, hey, what up? Come play for us. That's it. That's all I get. I want the strip club experience. I want you convincing my mama that you're gonna buy her a house to having me play for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess it depends on the caliber of player, maybe. Like, and it might have just been an introductory thing, like, hey, we're just now starting to be like, what do you want to do? We're just putting some feelers out there. It's kind of like when you're, looking for, a boyfriend or girlfriend. The girlfriend that you really want, you're gonna do a little bit more for, and the girlfriend that you're just like, they alright, if I take it if she want it, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of throw whatever out there, you know what I'm saying? Like some girls, you know, R.I.P. to Red Lobster, but some girls get the cheddar biscuits, and some girls get the dollar menu. It is what it is.
See, nah. See, Big Low, Big Low. He a coach. So he know what he doing. So his little cousin, I know his little cousin's A1 to the day one. And
Oh
he
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say, he
I'm
said,
not
you
I'm not
wanna
talking
come
about his
play or
cousins.
nah? Like, give me the big booty house. I want all that. Don't be like, you wanna come play or nah? Nah, I want the experience. I want the strip club. I want the yacht. I want all that. I want the private jet. Give me all that experience. I need the full experience from the rooter to the tutor. And you want to come play now? No. Because then you got Texas, you got Bama, you got Georgia, you got Florida, you got Miami, giving me that experience. Miami. Well, King of Diamonds ain't in Miami no more. What's the big strip club in Miami now? I don't know.
Ooh.
But they taking me there. They put me on yachts, all that stuff. Why would I want to go to Colorado? And they talking about, hey, stop, come play for us. I ain't coming to play for y'all.
Right now, the only thing outside of money that Colorado has to offer to players, in my opinion, and like I'm not the biggest like college football guy, but it's the um like popularity. Like Colorado before Dion got there was one of the worst college football programs like in America. Like it was one of the worst. And they got hella primetime games. College day game day came over there. So you get a lot of looks. You get a lot of people watching your games. And, Colorado if Dion isn't there, then they don't get those primetime games. They don't get all these viewerships. They don't get these numbers. And there might be some players that might not have gotten that look that got a look because they play for Colorado. Now, me, I would rather, a kid go to a winning program because if you're a winning program, you're gonna get seen. You're gonna be on TV. You're gonna get noticed. You're gonna get primetime games because I mean Colorado, them primetime games lasted for like 4 weeks, and then once people remembered, like, oh yeah, Colorado's garbage. Like they're not a good team. That's why we got to get them on primetime early because when the season really starts, they're not gonna be in contention. So.
Man, Colorado's booty. And if I don't like winning, I ain't gonna play for no booty team. It's like, yeah, you can learn from Dion, but like, how much are you gonna actually learn from him? I see you doing this little reality TV show, social media stuff, but it's like, how much do you actually learn from Dion himself? Like, how much one-on-one time do you actually get? Now, Big Low said the recruiting experience is different these days. We've experienced some crazy things so far. I can't say whether or not strip clubs were involved. I mean, we already know that. We already know. We know. Well, let me tell you. Let me hold $1. Just $1. Just cash at me $1. Okay. When he gets wherever he's gonna cash at me $1 and let us know. Make sure you let us know on your show where your cousin is gonna go, so we can make sure to support wherever he picks. Of course, after he signs and everything. Um. Oh yeah. Also, real quick about Sanders. Dion said the Falcons are one of the teams that he wants his sons and that Hunter kid, I think that's his name, to play for.
Can I guess something? Can I guess all the teams that Dion is fine with this kid's playing for?
You can, because I forgot to write it down.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say the Falcons. I'm gonna say the Cowboys. I'm gonna
I
say the
think they were there.
49ers, and I'm gonna say the Ravens. Those are the teams that Deion Sanders is cool with his kids playing for.
It was like 6 or 7 of them, but I forgot to write it down. I just, my memory got jogged, but I think you're right, except for the Ravens. But again, don't quote me. Y'all don't, yeah, y'all know
Oh
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Shut up. I didn't write it down, okay? I didn't write it down.
Another team, Washington. He's fine with his kids playing for Washington.
Ew.
And the the only reason I named those teams are those are the teams that Dion played for. So that's who he would be okay with his kids playing for because like though he has experience there. He has uh, championships at two of the places. He was great for most of those teams. Like, yeah. And you know what? I know a lot of people are kind of giving him shit for this, as far as saying like, oh, I only want them to play for one team, and I'm going to make it to where they can only play for a team. Like, if Shador Sanders this coming year happens to be the number one quarterback in the draft, and Dion has the power to like say like, hey, let's say who's a team that's going to be trash this year? Say the Jets for some reason. Say Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again and it's like, you know what, I'm going to retire and the Jets get the number 1 overall pick and they're like, "Oh, Shador Sanders is a top quarterback. He's going to the Jets." And Dion's like, "You know what? I don't like the way the Jets are ran. Their ownership is poor. They have a terrible head coach. I don't like that city. I don't want my kid playing there." I don't have a problem with Dion doing that if he's able to get that done because we've seen it before. We saw it happen with Eli Manning. And Eli Manning's dad was like, "No, you're not going to the Chargers. We don't care. You're not going to play there." And maybe it's because there wasn't, social media wasn't as big as it is now, but there wasn't a lot of backlash that came with that. So there shouldn't be any backlash now. And Eli Manning wasn't that good. Like he wasn't like some all American, like, the greatest quarterback prospect to ever, strap up a helmet. He was a good quarterback, but he's like, not a generational prospect. So if Deion Sanders has the power to get Shador Sanders to a team that is better suited for his talents and for his future, I don't see a problem with it. Like use the power that you have. That's what's the point of being Deion Sanders if you can't use your power from being Deion Sanders? Like
That's true.
I'm Deion. Like you cannot tell the story of the NFL without mentioning Deion Sanders.
No,
Deion
never.
Sanders Deion Sanders is head and shoulders above Archie Manning. Archie Manning didn't accomplish shit. Like no Pro Bowls, no playoffs, no Super Bowl, was never in the conversation for the best player at his position. None of that stuff. Deion Sanders, from the moment he stepped into the league, was an impact player. He's, for some people, at worst, the second best cornerback of all time. He has multiple championships. He's been considered the best at his position. And you're telling me that he doesn't have power to dictate where his kid goes in the draft? But Archie Manning does? No, I'm not letting that slide. Hell no.
We will not let it slide. Yeah, Hunter is not one of his sons, but he keeps including Hunter in the conversation. So every time he talks about the quarterback son, I forgot which one that is, he always says him and Hunter. So he says both of them. He's going to dictate where they both go in the draft,
If
even
he
though
has the power,
Hunter
he
is
should.
not one of his sons.
If he has the power to do it, he should. And I'll say this about the Hunter kid. I know me and a few months ago, me and Eric got into it about him playing multiple positions in college, like playing wide receiver and cornerback and kick return and punt return, all that stuff. And I'm on the side of if you know you're gonna go to the NFL, like if you know that you're an NFL prospect, you got like a first or second round grade on you, you got to pick a side on the ball, man. Like this whole playing both
Right.
sides, and I'm gonna do like you're putting too many miles on your body. You're putting too much mileage on your body. He got hurt last year because he was just doing too much. And if you get to the NFL and they're like, okay, well, we're just gonna draft you, and you're gonna play offense and defense, but you're only gonna get paid one salary while having to learn two different playbooks, while having to play on both sides of the ball. Like no, pick a side, dog. Pick a side and accept. And I think that he could do either. If he wants to be a cornerback, I think he could be a cornerback in the NFL. If he wants to be a receiver, I think he could do that in the NFL. But you got to pick one. There's a reason why players don't play both sides of the ball anymore. There's a reason for it.
Any, mini, miny, mo. Okay. Next bad news for us as Falcons fans. Warren Sharp, whoever the fuck he is, put this little thing out and said that the Falcons have the easiest schedule. I know everybody's groaning about that because every time they say we have the easiest schedule, we end up having a horrible record or just a bad or average record. So it's like, damn, shut the fuck up. Stop saying that we have the easiest schedule. Like, goodness gracious. So,
I mean,
I'm
y'all
going to
y'all
name
play
out,
y'all play the
huh?
Panthers twice. Y'all play the Panthers twice. Like it's pretty
We
reasonable to say
always
y'all got one
play
of
the,
the easier schedules.
okay, but you don't got to say the easiest. They always say the easiest. And every time they say that, it's like a curse.
Who's on y'all schedule?
Okay. I wrote it down. Now, this I wrote down. I hope y'all are proud of me because I'm proud of myself for writing it down. So we have the Panthers, the Broncos, Raiders, Vikings, them Aints, Eagles, Bucks, Washington, Panthers, Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, Giants, Steelers, Seahawks.
Okay, yeah. The whole Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs. Damn. How this is the easiest schedule in the NFL, really?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
God
Okay,
damn.
so
I know the Panthers are bad, but
Broncos,
they're not that bad. It's only worth two
yeah,
wins.
we literally go Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers, all back to back.
I'm not. The Chargers. I don't know if I'm sold on them yet, but like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Chiefs. Those are the only. I guess out of 17 games, having just three. Well, the Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys, and I think the Bucks. Depending on which Baker Mayfield shows up, because last year, Baker Mayfield played well. But the thing with Baker Mayfield is he tends to play well when he is quote unquote doubted. So Baker Mayfield has now gotten paid. So once he has people believing in him and has expectations, he tends to come back down to earth. So my money would be on the Bucks not being good next year. But like, yeah, I mean, you got the Chiefs, Cowboys, and Eagles. I like that's a tough stretch for any team.
My God, y'all tripping Cowboys Chiefs back to back. Of course, not every. We don't have the like days and times, but if that's like a Thursday Sunday situation or a Monday Thursday situation, that's gonna be tough. As far as the days that we play, if we have short weeks for between those two, that's gonna it's gonna be interesting because those two Cowboys and Chiefs are back to back. But schedule seems cool so far. I'm surprised we're starting out playing the Panthers. I'm just like, why? I guess it's a switch up from playing the Eagles first. I don't know why that was a thing that we were playing the Eagles first, but I mean, it seems easy enough except for those three teams. So we'll see what happens. But that's the schedule. What do y'all think about the schedule? Do y'all think it's easy? Do y'all think it'll be difficult? Um, we'll do records after the draft because we need to know what we're getting on our end.
Yeah,
Do, 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 do.
I don't like how they're starting to put out the over unders for teams and the draft hasn't happened yet. Like I think it's
Right.
just one of those things that the NFL does just to keep themselves in the news cycle which works because people talk about it. But like I'm not betting the over unders on the Commanders and I don't know who their quarterback is or the Raiders. Like there's a lot of teams who don't have a quarterback yet because they haven't drafted one. So why would I put money on their over unders? Like come on.
They don't be making no sense. Okay, last but not least, I said off season I'm gonna start talking about more than just the Falcons because I mean it's boring. Talk about the Falcons all the time. So there's a player in the NFL that has a Snapchat, and on his Snapchat he decided to pull out his whole ding dong, the whole shebang, whoop bam, and post it on Snapchat. Juju Smith, whatever his name is,
Come
last
on,
name is,
Juju.
bro, what are you doing? He was in the car with his girlfriend, is what they're saying she is, allegedly. May not be his girlfriend, and just smiling, both the tennis balls and the shaft, because I don't want to get flagged on YouTube, just hanging out, casually hanging out for the whole Snapchat world to see.
Is he
Bro,
driving?
no. I think she was driving. If I remember the picture correctly, I think she was driving. He was in the passenger seat.
I mean, we all been there before, right? Like it happens.
No, I don't. I don't have that. I can't. I don't. I don't
Well,
have that to just whip out.
I guess for the males, for the men out there that are
Okay.
listening, like we've all been in the car, kind of playing around. You got gym shorts on or sweatpants. You just for your lady friend, or if you swing that way for your guy, you know what I'm saying? Just whip it out in he's in the passenger seat. Like, come on. If you can't whip it out in the passenger seat, what can you do? Where can you pull it out at? Like, is this America or not?
Oh,
Is this a free country?
Would you
Like,
post it on your Snapchat?
it's Snapchat. It.
What you mean it's Snapchat?
I thought that's what Snapchat was for. That's why I don't have Snapchat because
You
it's
can
just
still
it's still.
screenshot
I mean,
like people did, and that's why it's everywhere.
there's supposed to be like rules and kind of like you kind of have to have some standards. Like everybody knows, like Snapchat, you whatever happens on Snapchat stays on Snapchat. You know what I'm
No, it
saying?
don't.
There's
It
rules.
don't, because it's out there. We
There's
saw it.
unwritten rules. There's unwritten rule. I haven't seen it. There's unwritten rule, and I don't want to see it, so do not tag me in it. There are unwritten
Mm,
rules when it comes to Snapchat. Like the same thing with like OnlyFans. You can technically screenshot OnlyFans, but like out of respect, you don't. So like people are if you're screenshotting someone on Snapchat, you're a loser. I'm sorry. You can't do that. There's got to be like there's got to be some sort of decency out here. Like if you can't pull it out on Snapchat like without someone screenshotting it, is there not a safe space anymore? Is there not a safe
no,
space for you to just put it out there to let people
there's
see
not.
it without
There's
getting
no safe
screenshotted?
space.
Now my grandma knows it's out there. Now my employer sees my meat out there. Like, come on, guys. There's
Hey,
got to be rules to this. There's got
he
to be
could have made an
rules.
OnlyFans account. If he wanted to do that,
No,
he could have
no,
just
no. He
made an
okay.
OnlyFans account.
No, he couldn't. Because you know what happened? I'll give you an example. It just happened like maybe like a week or two ago. Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon
Uh,
Bell has an OnlyFans account, and his stuff is screenshotted and all over the timeline, and they're making fun of him. It can't be that. It can't be that.
wait,
Like
he's
you,
naked?
the pictures I saw, he wasn't naked. He just had his shirt off.
Oh,
But still, like if I'm here on OnlyFans doing what I do for a certain audience, you coming here to my page to screenshot my content and then post it on the timeline, that's loser behavior. Like, don't do that, man. Like, come on, guys. Stop screenshotting. Stop screenshotting people's OnlyFans. Stop screenshotting people's Snapchats. Like, if it's on Twitter or like, okay, I, if you post something in your close friends on Instagram and you see it screenshotted and it's on the public timeline or public Instagram, you'd be upset, right?
yeah, I've kind of said people stole my stuff before.
Yeah, because there's an understanding. Like if you're in my close friends on Instagram, there's an understanding that I can show you this without you running your mouth about it or screenshotting it and posting it somewhere else or putting it on Twitter. Like there's an understanding that comes with being in the close friends, and that's the same thing with Snapchat, and that's the same thing with OnlyFans. There's an understanding that if you're here for this content, not to take this content and put it somewhere else. Like, where's the trust at?
Ain't no trust. It's Snapchat. Ain't he don't got no trusted nobody. Okay,
There's unwritten rules.
but guess what? His ding dong's out there because he decided to take the picture and put it on Snapchat. Not his private Snapchat. Not his well. It would only be private Snapchat. He put on his public Snapchat for everyone to see his ding dong and the tennis balls. Sir, bro, put
Like I
that
said,
away. Nobody asked to see that. Maybe someone did ask to see that on Snapchat. He was like, all right, here you go. And I'm with my lady, so y'all can't snitch on my lady that I showed y'all my ding dong and my tennis balls, the whole shebang. So now we all see it. Now, I've only seen the blurred version, thank goodness, because I didn't ask to see that. I didn't ask to see that. But some people have not seen the blurred version. So y'all can go look it up yourselves. I'm not going to post it. I'm not, I think I already retweeted it. I think I did. But, sir, put your junk away. Hopefully, he probably will get fined for it or something, or they'll have a little
get fined
speaking
for
to
it?
him. That's what
What?
people are saying. People are saying they think he's gonna get fined for putting his little stuff up. Well,
He put it
picture
on
blur picture
Snapchat.
wasn't actually little, so it might
No,
be
no, 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 no,
average, a
no,
little big.
no, 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 no.
What?
That is overstepping the lines. You cannot find
What?
somebody.
Oh,
No, if he gets fined for that because someone else screenshotted my meet and put it out publicly, that wasn't made for public consumption. It was made for Snapchat.
Snapchat is public consumption,
No, it's not because everybody don't have Snapchat.
but it's for the public.
No, it's not. It's only for people that follow me on Snapchat. It was for a particular
Which is
audience.
the public.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you this. Let's say Juju Smith decided to take that same exact picture and send it in a DM. He DM'd it to somebody, and then the person that he DM'd it to decided to put it out. Should he get fined for that?
No,
So what's the difference?
that's a DM.
You
Not for
can't.
everyone. So
As
if you
far
if
as
you
no,
put your meat out on Instagram, on your Instagram story, right? Instagram stories are 24 hours, just like Snapchat is 24 hours. So if you put that on the DM and someone screenshots it, you can't met because it's for the public. Because anybody can look at your Instagram stories unless your Instagram page is private and it's 24 hours.
okay. As far as last I checked with Snapchat, the only snaps that you see are from the people that you follow, right? So
Mhm.
there's no like you know how like on Twitter there's like that for you section where you can see people that you don't even follow. You can see their content. There's Instagram. There's the for you page where you can kind of see things that you might be interested, but it's stuff from people that you don't follow. That that would be different. That's where the difference between like posting it on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, because that stuff is more public because people that don't even follow you could see it. Snapchat, it's only the people that follow you, so you're not putting it out there for people that don't want to see it, if that makes sense. So the fact that they
Mm,
put it out in the public, nah, that I no, now I got to keep an eye out for this. If they find this man for getting his nudes exposed, like he should sue. No, you cannot fine him for that. That's not
mm.
fair.
It's not fair, but life ain't fair. And what have you been doing to make King Quest say stop making it a quote on Twitter? Because I know you're not
I didn't
talking to
do
me.
anything. I didn't do anything.
What did we do?
I've been
Barely
I've been
tweeted
good.
anything. So it's got to be Marcus.
I'm
Marcus,
keeping
you
it.
probably did something.
I'm keeping it G rated. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
what's done.
yeah, fucking right.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm keeping
All
it
right,
G
dog.
rated. I'm talking. Posting my
You know
Bible
what?
verses. Recipes and
Lightning is about
sports.
to strike this
That's it.
podcast in this
WNBA
YouTube
draft.
channel.
All the wholesome stuff. Puppies,
What in the
zoo
world?
animals, otters, all the good stuff.
The la You know what? Okay. See, this is perfect timing because I gotta go now. So, if you would like to discuss Juju's meat and see who's right between me and Marcus, or you think one of us is right, put it in the comments below. Share this video, like the video on YouTube. If you're on Twitter, just retweet it. Retweet the that you're watching it. Just hit the retweet button. We appreciate y'all. Who the fuck is calling me? Leave me alone. Um, Follow KTSE Av. Subscribe to their channel. Subscribe to Marcus Sniffles' channel. He has a lot of gaming content with his music takes. He puts Colts and Falcons takes on there because y'all know he's a high key Falcons fan. Subscribe to my Lethal Eats channel. Um, Doing food shit in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, things to do, and vacation stuff. I'm actually posting a lot on there, so I hope y'all are proud of me. But y'all aren't subscribed, so go subscribe to that. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Marcus, do you have any shout outs or last minute things you want to say?
Nope, you pretty much nailed it all. Do not send me no Juju Smith Schuster meat pics, please. Do not.
Now I have
I
to
do
find it.
not. I do
I have to
not
find it
want to
now.
see it. I do not want it. No.
Everybody tag him. If you
No.
see it, tag him in it. If you see it, tag Marcus underscore Sniffles. Or it's Marcus Sniffles underscore. Either way, I'll put his name in DBNR, tag him, and all the Juju Smith Schuster dick pics. I said it. Oh, there's a bumblebee outside my car. Why are you at my window like that? You know what? I don't have time. I don't have time. I love the heat, but these bumblebees have been after me. Y'all don't even know. I'll fill y'all in the next one. I might be back on tomorrow, depending on how many errands I get done today after work. So we appreciate y'all listening and tuning in, and we'll see y'all on the next one. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be, what's the day after tomorrow? Friday? Is it Friday? I keep thinking it's Thursday, but I think it's only Wednesday. I don't know. I'll see y'all on the next one. On that note, we out.